you know me, you know how strongly I've felt about never doing something like this.
In the sweet despair,
this is something I've said I would never do.
I won't stress you, dear. I know that you
But as many as you know, as life goes on and your circumstances change and things around you change slightly, and then you find yourself agreeing to do something that you never thought you could. This beautiful and amazing woman that I'd known for over 10 years popped the question. I had this feeling, this deep, something happened inside me, and I couldn't say no. So for the first and only time in my life, I agreed to being the wedding photographer.
Broken hearts lying down, I won't hurry, dear. I'm breathing as long as you're out.
So I've joined a few different Facebook groups related to photography, and I see a lot of new people, a lot of newbies, thinking that they're going to start shooting weddings right away. And I've even watched videos of very prominent YouTubers and big photographers recommending new photographers to start shooting weddings. And I have to disagree. To me, that's a big no. Just don't do a wedding if you don't know what you're doing. I've been invited to weddings, and I've taken my camera and taken some pictures and given them to the couple. I've refused. Many friends have asked me to be the wedding photographer because you have to keep in mind this is a very special day for a lot of people. Not only for the bride and groom, but for everybody that's involved in the wedding, for the family members. There's too many people that are depending on great memories. At the time when people asked me, I didn't think it was up to par. I wasn't confident in my abilities. There's a lot that goes into a wedding shoot, so I've always said no. There's a lot of photographers that will hire you as a second photographer. You go, you take your pictures, you give them your card, and you walk away. You get paid and you walk away. And that's great. I do not recommend anyone that doesn't know what they're doing to be the wedding photographer. I've been shooting for 10 years. I have a lot of experience, and when you're shooting a wedding, you have to know how to do product shoots. You're gonna be doing lifestyle. You're gonna be doing a little bit of everything. Remember, every bride has in her mind that this is the most and best special day she's ever gonna have in her life. Whether it's her first wedding or her 5th wedding, it doesn't matter. This is the most special day for her, and you're responsible to capturing those memories. When you're shooting details, the objects, the decorations in a wedding, a lot of times they're handmade by family members of somebody related to the wedding party. So these are meaningful to a lot of people. You can't just gloss over those. These were somebody put time and effort into making these things, handmade to be in the wedding. So you have to capture all the details. So when you shoot a wedding, you can do close-ups, zooms, wide angles. You have to establish and tell the whole story. And you have to do this in a variety of lighting conditions. Sometimes it gets dark, sometimes it's too bright. So you have to know how to shoot and how to use your camera to its fullest. You also have to keep in mind what happens if your camera fails when you arrive at the wedding venue. You only have one camera, then what? You really have to be prepared to be able to get a good wedding day shoot. Family portraits, it's a little bit different. When you're doing 1 or 2 people, you can get away with the f2.8 and blur the background. But when you're working with 5, 6, 8 people, you need to have an aperture f8, f7.1, something that everybody's going to be sharp. Otherwise, 2 people are going to be in focus and the rest are going to be blurred. You also need to know how to shoot concepts and ideas. You have to bring a flash, or you have to know how to use your camera in low light conditions. And if you're really creative and you're really brave and want to try something different on the one opportunity you have, you can do slow blurs on purpose. So slow shutter blur on purpose, like these images here. And you also have to remember to capture those candid moments. These are moments, they're not posed. People are doing things and you capture that memory, that passing moment in time that's never gonna happen again. When you're posing people, it's a little bit easier, but when you're walking around, just people enjoying themselves and you're trying to capture that, you have to be quick and you have to know your settings. You have to be able to capture these things as they're happening. And believe me, there is a lot happening in a wedding. There's a million things going on at once. That's why Wollertz Photography, we're a team. We're two people that go out and do as much as we can. And to shoot a wedding by yourself is almost impossible. Don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that Kim and Nick asked me to do this. They're like family to me. I've known these guys for quite a while now, and I know that with practice I can get better. But just because I can do it doesn't mean it's something I want to do. It's very stressful. I think I was more stressed out than they were. That's something I'm trying to get away from. I don't want stress in my life. As a bonus tip, and this goes case by case, but you could talk to the venue or the florist and see if they need pictures. Now you can add a little bit more income to your wedding shoot. Just putting it out there. At the end of the day, it was a very fun wedding. I had a great time taking pictures, making video, and I'm happy with how these pictures turn out. You let me know down in the comments. This is the very first time I shoot a wedding and the last time I shoot a wedding. Like I said, it's stressful. There's a lot that you have to keep in mind. This is not for anybody to begin their photography career in. So take your time, learn, practice. There's a lot involved and you need to know this. If you're brand new to photography, you gotta know your level. You can't charge thousands of dollars for a wedding. And I know that's why you wanna shoot weddings. And if you're hiring a brand new wedding photographer, someone with no experience, you have to know what to expect. You can't expect photographs at this level when the experience is down here. So just keep that in mind if you hire a wedding photographer or if you are the wedding photographer and never done this before. It takes time and experience and a lot of gear. You have to know how to use your gear. And it's not only the wedding day, but I also went and shot 2 days before just to practice and know what to expect. So you have to know how much time is going to be involved in a wedding shoot. It's not something that just happens in a couple of hours. But I think I'm going to leave it here. Let me know what you think down in the comments about the video and about the pictures. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe I saved you wedding pictures, or maybe I saved you from making a mistake as a photographer. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click the like button, share with other photographers if you can, and please subscribe if you haven't. We'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.